hard to figure out why WNBA players want to eliminate revenue goals? They never hit them. The current CBA sets those targets based on revenue and attendance from the 2019 season. Last year, even with the increased attendance generated by Caitlin Clark, WNBA players still missed their revenue targets. Why? Because the rest of the league can't draw flies to a friend.
Angel Reese earned the nickname Bayou Barbie for a reason. She brought swagger attention and a championship to LSU. And when she entered the WNBA, she brought her millions of Instagram followers with her. But Angel wasn't just there to play, she came to get paid. She's made it loud and clear. WNBA players deserve more. We shouldn't be grateful just to have a league, she said.
It's not hard to figure out why WNBA players want to eliminate revenue goals. They never hit them. The current CBA sets those targets based on revenue and attendance from the 2019 season. Last year, even with the increased attendance generated by Caitlin Clark, WNBA players still miss their revenue targets. Why? Because the rest of the league can't draw flies to a fresh target.
But here's the problem. Despite her massive following, Reese isn't moving the needle. Not in ratings, not in ticket sales, not in merch. Viral Instagram reels don't fill seats. And in professional sports, salaries aren't based on vibes, they're based on revenue. Is learning that star status in college doesn't automatically translate into leverage at the pro level.
They thought Angel Reese was the star of stars, the icon of icons. That's what the mainstream media keeps telling me. Headline at Forbes from last month. How Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson are leading the WNBA.
Meanwhile, across the court, another story is unfolding. Caitlin Clark, the Iowa phenom, her WNBA preseason debut won 3 million viewers. That's more than the entire WNBA Finals one rookie one game. And the league is transformed. It's called the Clark Effect, and it's real.
The mainstream media seems to be struggling with the difference between a star and a mainstream.
For Angel Reese, the numbers feel like a slap in the face despite all her effort. The spotlight is somewhere else. And it's causing tension. Publicly, she downplays a rivalry. But behind the scenes of frustration is building. Some call it jealousy. Others say she's just tired of being overlooked.
By the end of the game, the only people watching on television were family and friends who weren't interested enough in using their free tickets to watch the game in person. But that should not affect Angel Reese. A star of this magnitude, she shouldn't need a strong lead-in to draw an audience.
The truth is painful. The WNBA has a math problem. Players want million-dollar contracts, but 80% of games barely pull 100K viewers. Only Clark's games drive real numbers. When replays without Clark silence, empty seats, empty streams, that's not a sustainable model.
This is your star? This is who you claim is elevating the dump?
And now the league faces a tough choice. Build everything around Clark or pretend this is a team effort. Spoiler: networks don't pay for equal opportunity. They pay for results, and Caitlin Clark is the only one delivering.
The reason the WNBA has never taken off is because the on-court product sucks, which is why they need controversy. They need drama to survive. No one talks about the actual basketball and dump. How many of your friends last summer were talking about Angel Reese and her mythical streak of dump?
This doesn't mean Angel's story is over. Far from it. She's still a powerhouse with influence, passion, and a fire to prove people wrong. But if she wants superstar money, she'll need to deliver superstar value. And that means more than talk. It means results. Reese still has time to flip the script.
Headline at Sports Media Watch. Caitlin Clark attracts over 1 million viewers for WNBA preseason game. Let that sink in. Over 1 million viewers for a preseason game in the WNBA.
Some are framing this as something deeper: race, media, favoritism, gender politics. They ask, why is Caitlin getting all the shine while Angel gets the criticism? It's a debate that goes beyond the hardwood, but in the boardrooms where deals are signed, only one thing matters: the numbers.
Before Caitlin Clark, this dump hadn't drawn 1 million viewers.
The WNBA can choose to pit these women against each other or use both to grow the league. Reese has charisma. Clark has ratings. Together, they could be unstoppable, but that requires trust and results, not just talk.
We used to have to combine monthly ratings for WNBA nationally televised games just to reach 1 million viewers. I remember years ago, ESPN went 5, maybe even 6 consecutive weeks during the regular season without broadcasting a WNBA game. Now they are begging to broadcast pretend basketball.
Angel Reese wants her worth. Caitlin Clark already proved hers. In professional sports, respect is earned and paid for numbers. So the question is simple: who's really bringing the value? And what happens when one player makes a league and the others just play in it?
The dump divers in the WNBA, they want their share of the credit for the elevation of the league. Sharing is caring. Yeah, the problem is there's only one player in this league that people actually care about, Caitlin Clark. And the proof was once again in the race.
Is the WNBA ready to face the truth? Will Reese rise? Or rage? Will Clark carry the league? Or crack under the pressure? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story is only just